going.
Boom! And welcome to the Big Honker Podcast. Did you know? Brought to you by Mallard Bay. Check out mallardbay.com for any kind of hunch that you're interested in. They can take care of you and hook you up with any outfitter. And if you're an outfitter and you're having trouble selling hunts, Mallard Bay is the people to get a hold of. And with today's economy, probably not a bad idea.
That's right. That's right. Listen,
You like my new Shin vest?
that is very nice.
This is just sweet. I'm going to tell you what, I got, shout out to Shin. They sent me this vest. I got the waxed canvas vest, and I got the waxed canvas jacket. That waxed canvas jacket is the cat's meow, but I don't know if it gets cold enough in Texas to wear the damn thing. Sucker is heavy duty. The coat weighs 32 pounds, I think.
Yeah.
It's nice, great craftsmanship, great company. So check out Shin Gear and check out all their new stuff. This is the new brown one. I got 3 of these. Got a black, green, and brown. Tony was looking at me like I was a fucking sirloin steak and he hadn't eaten in 3 months. He just kept... It must be nice.
Licking his lips.
Yep.
Licking his lips. Yeah. No, I got several things, and every one of them, like I said, I hope that it gets cold enough because all their stuff is, built for cold weather. So
yeah, me and Mom are leaving to go Upper Michigan next week, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna wear my stuff.
Hot up there too.
It ain't gonna be cold enough to wear nothing. I think we're going to the very tip top of Michigan to a place called Copper Harbor. And I think the temperatures, I looked yesterday, the highest, the coldest day, the high was going to be at like 55 or 60. I mean, it's not even cold.
Right.
And I'm ready for it. And I can't complain because it's not waterfowl season because I feel sorry for the guys that are waterfowl hunting right now. Yeah, it's 57, 57, 59. And that is way, way up north. 62, 63. Not even one day it's in the 40s. And that's it. So... anyways, I'll come to Michigan and bring them the Texas weather.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
my did you knows are about phrases and terms that we hear all the time. Do you know where the term fly off the handle here comes from?
No, I do not.
It's a very common term, fly off the handle. In the days before mass merchandising, poorly fastened axe heads would fly off while they were in use. The result was dangerous, hence why the phrase is used to describe risky behavior with unpredictable results. So that's why they say fly off the handle.
Fly off the handle.
Steal someone's thunder. Do you know where that come from?
Steal someone's thunder. That's got to be something. No, I do not know. I'm not even going to try to come up with something.
If someone would have said, Jeff, I'll give you $10 million to tell me this.
Does it have something to do with like pagan gods or anything? You
Nope.
got different like thunder god?
You'd be out $10 million like I would be. In the early 1700s, English drama guy, an actor, John Dennis, invented a device that imitated the sound of thunder for a play he was working on. The play flopped. Soon after, Dennis noted that another play in the same theater was using his sound effects device. He angrily explained, "That is my thunder. Someone stole my thunder."
Someone stole my thunder.
And that's where the term steal someone's thunder.
But how does that even happen? Like he said it to somebody, right?
And then someone else said, "Hey, don't be stealing their thunder." I have no
That's
idea.
just crazy.
Chew the fat. Do you know where that comes from?
I think this has to do with poor people and they only had fat. Maybe like a snack around like a pub.
You were kind of close, kind of. Originally a sailor's term, the phrase refers to the days before refrigeration when ships carried food that wouldn't spoil. One of them was salted pork skin, which consisted largely of fat. Sailors would only eat it if all the other food was gone, and they often complained as they did. The idle chatter became known as chewing the fat.
Okay.
White elephant. Where do you think this come from?
Africa.
Close, but no.
Africa's the only place that has elephants.
No, that's not true.
India?
Yes.
Okay.
Legend has it kings of Siam, the king of Siam, which is Thailand now, used to give actual white elephants to people they wanted to punish. Yes, the elephants were valuable and respected, but that also meant that they were expensive to take care of. So the kings hoped that the present would drive the recipient into financial ruin. And that is where you got the white elephant gift. So now instead of giving someone a shitty gift at Christmas time, that's where it comes from. The term by and large.
By and large. Nope.
Sailors were the first to refer to things by and large. The first part of the phrase refers to the nautical term full and by, meaning a boat was traveling into the wind. On the other hand, large means the wind is coming from behind, by and large. So when they didn't know what the wind was going to be doing, they'd be by and large. Maybe coming from one end, maybe coming from the end. They don't know. So that's by and large. That
one doesn't make sense to me.
Last one. Close but no cigar.
This is going to be like a pub game. You're playing darts, and the winner of darts gets a cigar at the end of it.
pretty damn close. I'm actually impressed by this one. Carnival games nowadays give out stuffed animals as prizes, but in the late 19th century, the games were targeted to adults,
Right.
not kids. Instead of getting a giant teddy bear, winners might get a cigar. If they almost won but didn't earn the prize, they'd be close but no cigar. By 1930s, this phrase extended beyond fairgrounds. Okay, this will be my last one because this was a pretty good one too. Once in a blue moon. You know what that means?
Yeah, blue moon happen. Blue moon is a second full moon of the month. They don't happen very often.
Every 2.7 years.
Really?
Yep, and that's how the phrase come by. Usually a blue moon just looks gray or white like other full moons.
Yeah, it's just a regular full moon.
But on even rare occasions, the moon actually does seem to change color. It don't change colors. It just
No.
people. That's what it was. So anyway, that's my did you know on the origins of words.
Very interesting. I had seen something like that, and I thought it was going to be the same ones. It was like raining cats and dogs and stuff like that.
That
So,
came from the roofs.
Yep.
The thatched roofs. And
Yep.
They had the dogs and cats lived up there.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know what a singleton is?
No.
A singleton is a puppy that's the only puppy in the litter.
Okay.
We have one of those.
Yeah,
Amos
Amos.
Moses
Amos
is
is a
a singleton, but Amos does not fit the singleton syndrome because there's singleton puppy syndrome. In the canine birthing world, a single pup litter is often met with surprise and intrigue. Typically, dogs birth multiple pups, creating a bustling and playful litter that grows together, learning and interacting in their unique puppy language. However, in some instances, a female dog gives birth to just one puppy, making it a singleton. Singleton puppy syndrome is a disease or a disorder. Rather, it's a situation involving a unique set of circumstances that affect the solo puppy in his development. Usually, most dogs that are singletons are not very social. They're obesity because they eat all milk all the time, and they're usually very connected and
the mother.
Yeah, and don't get along much. Our puppy Amos Moses is a complete opposite of all of those things. He eats a lot. He's not obese. He runs, exercises. He's very social, and he loves
He was
to go.
big when you got him, though.
Kind of, yes. He has great personality, but that's what a singleton puppy is. I never knew that's what that was a singleton puppy.
I didn't either.
And so I had one other one here, and I got to find where it is real quick. It was about somebody, and of course, I'm not going to. Oh, Elvis Presley. Did you know Elvis Presley was a twin?
No. I
Elvis
did not know
Presley. Elvis Presley was a twin. He was the second child. His older brother died of a stillbirth.
Oh, that's too bad.
30 minutes later, his mom had Elvis.
Wow.
Interesting
did
story.
not know that.
It's a rags to riches story. There's not a better American story than Elvis Presley. His parents were on government assistance. His dad was no good drunk, didn't do shit hardly his whole life. Got a break and sing, become one of the wealthiest people in the history of the world. And he was a very big philanthropist.
Right.
Probably, honestly, would have to say he's a top 5 entertainer of all time. It'd be hard. He's the king, and he still was. But an interesting guy, great story. Born in Tupelo, Mississippi, moved to Memphis to live with family when his dad went to prison for writing bad checks. Got his big fine just by accident and become a household name, worldwide famous. Great guy. So anyways, those are my did you knows for the week.
Okay. My turn. Are you ready to make $1.2 billion, Jeff?
I'll take 1.2 million today. Today's been a bad day.
No,
See,
billion.
I know I understood what you're saying. I would just be happy with 1.2 million.
Okay.
Today.
How many Powerball tickets do you need to buy every single combination?
I'm assuming. Oh Jesus Christ! I wouldn't even have a clue. I'm gonna guess 3.7 million.
292 million.
Wow.
So each Powerball ticket is $2. Your all-in cost is $585 million. All you got to do is wait for the Powerball to get over $3 billion. Take the lump sum
It's
payment.
never been 3 billion.
Take the lump sum payment. Usually 60% of that jackpot after taxes, assuming it's going to be 37%, you're taking home $1.2 billion. You're going to double your money in 24 hours. Just like that.
If it gets to 3 billion.
Just like that.
But what happens if it gets 3 billion and 10 people lose it?
Well,
then you're screwed.
You're splitting it. You're splitting it a little bit.
$292 million to cover every.
292 million tickets. $585 million to
No,
cover.
that's what I'm saying, though. To hit every combination, you'd have to buy. There's 292 possible combinations out of 6 numbers.
I guess.
That's crazy. I would have never thought. That's almost hard to believe.
The bitch of it is you're going to split the pot with somebody that paid $2.
Of course.
So
Yeah, that's not a good business model. But that's interesting that I would have never guessed that it was. I would have guessed 2.5 million.
This is according to ChatGPT, so maybe they're off.
Well, chat's probably pretty close.
So anyway, if you want to double your money and you got $585 million laying around, just wait for the jackpot to get over $3 billion and you're good to go.
I'll be damned. Learn something every day.
Yep. Okay. My last one. Did you know that Winston Churchill was a POW?
Did I know that he was a Nazi sympathizer at one time?
He was captured at the age of 25 in South Africa. Then he did the unbelievable. He escaped prison, crossed 300 miles of enemy territory to freedom with nothing more than 4 chocolate bars and a couple stale biscuits in his pocket. So by late 1890s, Churchill had already seen military action in Cuba, India, and the Sudan. He even took part in the last great cavalry charge of the British Empire at the Battle of, I'm going to butcher this, Omdurman. So when the Second Boer War broke out in South Africa, he was eager to go where the action was. Churchill arrived at Cape Town. He was a war correspondent for a month before his 25th birthday. He volunteered to accompany troops on the riskiest mission, hoping to get some of the best stories. 16 days in, he was ambushed. The Boer, which I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, Boers, Boers. The Boers derailed the British reconnaissance train and immediately began shelling it. Churchill and the British soldiers fought back for an hour, but it was a lost cause. Eventually, they were forced to surrender and were taken to Pretoria as prisoners.
Boers, aren't they Germans?
I'm thinking South Africans.
I think that was a German deal.
If you can believe this or not, Churchill hated his time in the prison camp more than I have ever hated any other period in my whole life. Hard to believe you're a prisoner of war. He tracked the movements of the guards and identified when they had breaks and they turned their back to him. Nearly 1 month after his capture, he finally got his chance to escape. On December 12th, Churchill leapt from his window and climbed over the prison walls, and he left behind a note. I have the honor to inform you that as I do not consider that your government have any right to detain me as a military prisoner, I have decided to escape from your custody. Unfortunately for Churchill, the Boer government did in fact believe they had a right to detain him. As the young bulldog made his escape, flyers were circulated to announce the bounty of Churchill's head. He was officially wanted, dead or alive. I'm trying to see how much. I can't click on that. Trying to see how much the bounty was. It doesn't matter. Churchill was now in a world of trouble. He was 300 miles deep into enemy territory with no map. He had no ability to speak the local language. He had a bounty on his head. The only thing he had with him were 4 slabs of melting chocolate and a crumbling biscuit. None of this stopped him. He stowed away on a train, jumped off at daybreak, and now he was in the savannah, where my sole companion was a gigantic vulture who manifested an extravagant interest in my condition and made hideous and ominous gurglings from time to time. Churchill hid in the brush by day and traveled at night. He was growing tired and weary, but with no choice but to try his luck, he came across a settlement, knocked on the door of the farmhouse. The owner opened it with a gun, and they told him, "Thank God you have come here. It is the only house for 20 miles where you would not have been handed back over. We are all British here, and we will see you through." Churchill's new friends made him hide at the bottom of a mine shaft for several days. Then, when the coast was clear, smuggled him on a train for Portuguese East Africa. Didn't know that was a thing. Churchill had to travel under hidden wool bales, but it was a small price to pay for his freedom. Upon returning to Britain, Churchill was received as a hero. He ran for seat in Parliament and won. His political career had officially begun. But the story of South Africa, his South African escape, was bigger than ever. Churchill's story teaches that to become great, you must go where the action is. Churchill sought out adventure, blah, 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 blah. I do not believe that the gods would create so potent a being as myself for so prosaic an ending. So Churchill, prisoner of war, made it out alive, and then went on to do whatever he did.
He was the Boers were it was a colony of people outside of Cape Town. So that's where I got that at. I read one time that he sympathized with the Nazis. But
yeah, I think I'd heard that. There was something going on with Twitter not too long ago that was kind of running his name through the mud.
Yeah, I saw that too. And that's why I was thinking, but I can't. I was trying to look that up on that. But that's an interesting story. But that goes right back to what I say all the time. If you want to become an old man and have good stories, You got to do stupid shit when you're younger or be involved. It's crazy to think in that time, that would have been the 10s?
It was 1890.
Okay, 1890. And here is a man that went to Cuba, South Africa, and there are people that live in our county that have never been to freaking 3 counties away.
Hadn't been to Dallas.
And this guy back in the day. And can you imagine the correspondence with your families and stuff?
A month
Yeah.
later?
I mean, oh, we got a letter from Winston. Oh, he's in Havana today. Oh, where's Winston at? Oh, now he's riding under some cotton truck in South Africa. I mean, it's just crazy that, especially today's society where everybody wants automatic.
Right.
I don't even know what the word you'd use for it is. Anyways, it's hot. I got to take this vest off now. I just got it on, so I want to try it on. All right. Anyways,
You
thank
look
y'all.
good in it.
Thank you. Thank y'all for listening to us. We appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend. God bless you. Be safe, my friends.
And go check out Mallard.
Lots of prayers for everybody out in the Carolina area that's affected by this flooding. Thank y'all.
Watch for deer. Head over to mallardbay.com. Like Jeff said at the beginning of this, if you need help booking a hunt for this waterfowl season this fall, head over to Mallard Bay. It's easier now than ever before to do your booking. And if you're an outfitter and need help selling some hunts, Mallard Bay can help you out.